that's what we're talking about today, vetting your tenants before letting them rent your house. And if maybe you can pick up those red flags, you know, when it comes to the tenants that are going to be coming in your house, to find out, are they involved in any nefarious activities, what's going on?
But how do you look at somebody and decide that this one looks like a trap queen?
The expert will tell us. Okay. Maybe he's picked up a couple of, you know, nefarious characters in his journey. And that's Philip Skuman joining us today. He's the broker and owner of REMAX. Morning, Philip.
Good morning, guys.
Are you good?
Always.
So, is it something that realistically a landlord can vet tenants to a point where they'll be able to pick up, you know, if there are any nefarious activities? Or is it a matter of just really crossing your fingers, praying and hoping?
I would say a lot more of the second. It's a lot more prayers.
Wow.
Now, there are steps that we can take.
Okay.
So firstly, we've got to differentiate what the difference is between vetting a client and credit checking a client.
Okay.
Vetting is to check if a client has a criminal record.
Okay.
We don't usually do that. We have a database as well, and we can see which tenants we've never had before. Okay. And you know, that sort of is a red flag number one. But to vet a client is a criminal check. Okay. To credit check a client is to check how he's going to pay. Okay. So we use a very good system, and we can see how this guy's paying his Willie's account, you know, and we can see why he's defaulting. So sometimes a credit score might be too low, but we can see why. But we can also see that he kept paying his rent. Sure. In a scenario like that, we got to cross our fingers and take the tenant because he's the best of the 5 or 6 applicants we've had on your property. Right. Now, if you renting your property yourself, you won't have access to that system. Even if you pay it, you still don't know how to use it. Even if you knew how to use it, you still don't have a regular flow of clients to see what is normal and what is not normal. So normal behavior for a client is what we pick up. And then when somebody acts or behaves abnormally, it's already a red flag. In such a scenario, we won't even rent to the tenant. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So why then vet? If the guy's already behaved in a way that is not normal, I'm going to raise red flags and say, maybe we need to look at a different tenant. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, there are professional tenants in the market.
You talked about that. And let's talk about those who just managed to slip in. And you have this tenant, worst case scenario. What kind of worst case scenarios have you heard about in the market?
We've had one.
Okay.
And it was a while ago. We had a very sterling tenant. Sterling, you know, checked out, behaved normally, paid in advance. And he was running a brothel.
The example that completion was talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
And it happened, and the house, we rented it out for 3-4 years. No problems. Payment on time, no problems. House is in good order every time we do an inspection. This is another thing you won't do as an owner, is a regular inspection. And why would you? Because your tenant's paying. We have systems in place to check for abnormal behavior. You get what I'm saying? So this is one thing you won't know when you're renting privately. Anyway, the place was kept in tip-top condition. We had no issues. When the house went on the market for sale, one of our sales agents went to the property and realized, hey, it's going down. It's going down.
Yeah, poles all around.
There's a lot of in and out movement here. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we picked that up, and we subsequently gave the tenant notice, and because firstly, that's an illegal sublease, because the tenant himself was a sterling client and he sublet to a brothel owner.
Oh wow.
Yeah, to make profit.
Oh goodness.
Because he was charging by the day, you know, or by the hour. Yeah. And you can obviously make a bit more profit if you.
And I'm sure that becomes a headache when you must sell the property if it has already started garnering negative reviews from the people around that area, right?
Amen. We know that a lot of our sales come from family members in the area. Now, I've got a brothel in my street. Okay, similar to this. If the house burns down, it's not me. But you know, maybe I shouldn't have said that. but yeah, so it's an uncontrolled thing, and hey, the cops are some of the best clients. You know, I've got cops in my street all the time.
Wow.
And it's not for your protection.
It's not for my protection.
First.
Yeah.
What's your address again?
But is there recourse?
I'll send you a pin.
Hey, Philip, if you find out that there's all these things happening, I mean, as a landlord, can you get out of that situation?
Yeah, so we'll have to fall back to the terms of the contract.
Okay.
And we'll get the tenant out that way. From a legal process point of view, it doesn't help you try and now, there's a legal process to be followed. I have a lot of clients phoning me, friends and family, looking for advice for free, and I always laugh because the things that they ask us about is things that we would have picked up, on the first check.
Sure.
And now they're calling me for advice 6 months later. They've only received 3 months payments, la 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 la. And I usually laugh then because if you just use this from the beginning, you would not be in this situation. You cost yourself X amount of money. So I would always suggest using a reputable, well-run rental firm. Somebody that specializes in rentals, because it's two different fields. It's like radio. Okay, you doing a very different job at this radio station than the marketing team is doing. Yet it's the same company. It's radio services. Same with sales and rentals. It's two different industries. And you need to be a specialist at what you do.
Sure. Philip, let's leave it here for today. Thank you for coming through.